Hey, this is Zoe Reyes, again, licensed marriage and family therapist out here in Sacramento, California. Um, I wanted to talk today a little bit about trauma, and I don't really have any specific to-do things that I want to talk about today. I know that lately I've been doing a lot of um, you know, challenges, things that you can do to help resolve some sort of issue. But today's topic is more about self-reflection and to think about how you live your life. I specialize in anxiety and trauma. I do EMDR therapy as a way to address some of the symptoms related to trauma work and anxiety. Um, so what I, and to give you a little bit of education, um, trauma doesn't necessarily, when people think of trauma, they think of the big things, like big traumas like sexual abuse, child abuse, domestic violence, being at war. Um, we fail to think about the little traumas that we've experienced throughout our lives, which include bullying, you know, being yelled at by our parents, um, being called a name, being called names, being humiliated at work. These are all little traumas, even though they haven't significantly affected our well-being or our physical health. It still affects who we are and our belief system. Um, a lot of the times when I work with individuals who experience trauma, um, whether it's divorce or um, abuse. One of the things that um, is a challenge that I try to work with clients is that concept of shame. Um, Especially early on in my career, I worked with a lot of women in domestic violence situations or sexual assault, and they experienced shame. A lot of them do. I've been really into Brene Brown the last month or so. You guys should check her out. She really provides a lot of information in terms of the concept of shame and vulnerability. There's this quote that uh, um, saying that she has, shame is the intensely painful feeling that we are unworthy of love and belonging. Empathy is the antidote to shame. And so we all work under a core belief system of who we are. Several factors play into our core belief system. It's our environment and our views on the world. So when we do experience trauma and we experience that concept of shame, a lot of people run under the belief system of this feeling of unworthiness, this feeling of not being worthy of love. We don't actually think that, hey, I don't deserve love, but our behaviors every day reflect that this is our core belief system. Whether if we believe we are unworthy of love, do we continue to repeat the patterns of entering into abusive relationships? Do we continue to sabotage situations that prohibit our opportunity to succeed at work or to succeed at school? Um, So I want to challenge you guys and to actually stop for a moment in all the busyness of your life and think, how do you show empathy to yourself? Because as Brene Brown's quote stated, empathy is the antidote to shame. How do you provide empathy to yourself? Um, we get into this habit in our day-to-day life when we make mistakes. We make statements sometimes inside our head. Oh, like for example, I use myself. I make a mistake on a writing thing, or I forget an appointment, um, and I say, God, Zoe, you're so stupid. How is that providing empathy to myself? So these are the things that I want you guys to start thinking about. Um, I am a big proponent for self-care when I work with clients, and when I talk about self-care, it isn't just about pampering yourself, going for a spa treatment, or getting your nails done or a bubble bath. Providing self-care, which is another one form of empathy, and showing that you are worthy of love, um, It's the most important ways to provide empathy to yourself is through your day-to-day habits. You are faced with a choice all throughout your day. Think about those times in your life when, how is this going to benefit me? How is this decision going to allow me to be the best person that I can be? How does this decision show that I love myself? That could be through simple things. If we're struggling with weight, are we deciding to go to McDonald's for lunch, or are we saying, no, today I'm going to prepare my lunch so that I have a healthy meal? That's how I show empathy to myself and love, and that I'm worthy of love. Do we overextend ourselves? Do we tell our friends, yeah, I'll have your kids over for the weekend, even though I have 50 million things to do, during the weekend? Is that showing empathy to yourself, that you are worthy of love and caring, and that you are worthy of things that you deserve? So, that's really what I want you guys to take away today. How do you show yourself empathy? How do you show that you are worthy of love and belonging in your life? Kind of a complex concept to address in a brief YouTube video, but it's just something that I want you guys to think about as you go about your busy day today. Every decision that you make, think about how that affects you in a positive way. Alright, well, that's it for today. I will talk to you guys soon. You can find me on my website. The domain's going to be changing in the next month or so, but for now it's going to be www.zoereyes.lmft.me. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+. And you guys have a great day and a great weekend. See you soon. Bye.